Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Mining has been the hotspot for credit earnings for years at this point, but as of the carrier update, this hit all new levels. For around a week after the arrival of fleet carriers, players were reporting earnings as much as 500 million credits per hour, yep, pretty significant sums there, in the new low-temperature diamond mining spots. This was largely due to the changes to improved yields in the subsurface mining, which meant that asteroids, or certain asteroids at least, were pumping out way more chunks than previously. However, the 500 to 600 million credits per hour were finally hit with a Nerf hammer, unsurprising really, and this Nerf actually reduced the yield of asteroids by 25% and also decreased the effectiveness of LTD hotspot overlaps. The results? Well, you might be surprised, it's still possible to earn 200 million credits per hour or more with pretty much casual mining, and if you really push it, you can get perhaps close to 300 million credits per hour. On the screen right here, you can see some images showing some data analysis posted to Reddit by Reddit user Jafaris. It basically confirms that whilst there is a slight reduction, it's not a significant reduction and that earning potential is still very high. The fact that this is possible immediately after a patch aimed squarely at reducing earnings would suggest that Frontier are now happy with this figure. Now perhaps the best thing here for many players is that you don't even need a huge expensive ship to reach this earning potential. I've been doing it myself in a Python with minimal engineering and relatively basic outfitting, so this certainly isn't aimed at endgame players, far from it in fact. It really does naturally lead on to a very specific question which I've titled this video with: how many credits are too many credits? Well, everyone is certainly going to have a different opinion on that, but personally I've always been very clear about my thoughts on the matter. I don't think there's such a thing as too many credits. Yes, I realise there's people out there who feel the players shouldn't be earning too many credits, and they like to compare the current earning thresholds to the thresholds back in 2015 or 2014, where players could only earn a few thousand credits per hour. But time moves on. This is the evolution of MMOs. It's how things work. And really, in the age of fleet carriers, I feel that 200 million credits per hour is perfectly fine. After all, Elite Dangerous is really about far more than just credits. It's about exploration, it's about combat, it's about playing the BGS with a whole multitude of other different things going on as well. The bottom line is that credits are required to get the best experience from those other activities. Credits are an enabler. Basically, the more credits you have, the better your experience you will have in combat, as the rebuy is less of a blocker. The more credits you have, the less restrictions you have all round. But of course, any MMO does indeed need a progression curve, so players really shouldn't be earning high levels within the first hours of gaming, but there does need to be a sense of scaling. And for those who already have a set number of hours under their belt, then triple hotspot mining, high value trading routes, wing massacre missions or whatever else are entirely reasonable solutions to earning. In general then, my opinion is, and always has been, that the more credits people have, the better experience they can have. But that's not to say that credits are the only way to have a good time. Plenty of people quite rightly enjoy Elite with low bank account balances. But the point is that there is a choice there. There are options for everyone, and that is a very good thing. It took Elite quite a long time to find this threshold, to find this balance, I guess we could call it, and there are signs of it improving, but that really does bring us on to the subject of earning balance between professions, and that really is a far larger subject, and it's a sticky one. It's the idea that each profession should have equal earning potential, and it is something that needs to be looked at, because right now the balance is way out of whack. NPC bounty hunting, for example, is very low paid. PvP essentially doesn't pay at all, although some would argue that PvP as an activity is its own reward and doesn't need further encouragement. But really, the point is that other areas of the game do need to be looked at in terms of earning potential. There are signs that this is improving, however. For example, the carrier update brought with it improved trade routes, for example with tritium. The process of these improvements, though, is a very slow one, far too slow in my opinion. But it does look like some changes happening here. So, to go back to the beginning there and answer the question of how many credits are too many, well, I don't think there should be an upper limit to bank balance. And also it seems Frontier are more than happy for players to earn around the 200 million credits per hour mark, and that feels like a pretty good number to me as well. How about you? Do let me know in the comments section below. Should it be lower? Should it be higher? Is it about right at the moment? And of course there is that subject of earning balance between professions. That's something for another video. Meanwhile, in other news, Elite is available in Humble Bundle's latest charity drive in support of causes against racism. It's a huge bundle that contains a variety of both games and books and is valued at $1,200. The bundle can be picked up for £25 with the entire proceeds going to charity. And sticking with the subject of charity for the moment, Twitch streamer Trans Tech Girl is set to do a 48-hour live stream beginning at 8 AM BST on Friday in support of Macmillan Cancer Support. The aim of the stream is to get a fleet carrier out to the Mare Samina region. If you want to show some support there by checking out the live stream, then do take a look at the links in the video description. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.